What it do, everybody, man? Bring it from the bottom. Let's get it in. Welcome to another edition of Live on Monday, man. It's so good to see everybody this Monday morning, man. Started your work week. Well, technically it was Sunday. You know how we normally do. Had to switch it up a little bit, y'all, because we had a little bit of things going on. Fun weekend. Watched the NBA Finals last night. Just wanted to be around fam and good energy, man. But first off, hopefully you enjoyed your Sunday. Hopefully you get a little bit of a teaching lesson, a teaching session on this Monday afternoon, Monday evening, and hopefully we get to just chop it up on good game like we always do. First things first, you know how I always do. Comment, like, and share, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you let me know if you see anything that you want to hear, you see anything that you want to see, and you tell me how everything's been going on with you, man. But most importantly, y'all, enjoy y'all for the week, man. It's been awesome. You know, again, it was Sunday, man. Had one of my young boys' birthdays this weekend. That was kind of cool to go out on a Thursday. Man, I went out every night, man. I know I should not be doing that at my big age, right? I get it. You a boss. But, man, it was kind of cool to actually go to an R&B night on a Thursday, then try to go out again on a Saturday or Sunday. It was a lot, man. Plus, getting back from your vacation. Side note, whenever you have a vacation, you get that day off to come back. Try to make sure that day off you get the rest, man. Don't try to pull your way through like I did, because I think I'm paying for on the back nine. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all this afternoon. But, man, it is so good to see my people. It is so good to get to chop it out with y'all. And tonight, we got a lot to talk about, man. We sure do. As we said on the last live, we always check in on the previous week. Make sure you got everything done you're supposed to get done. So I always like to chop it up with my people. Did you get to do in the last 7 days what you say you was? Did you call your peoples? Did you check on your family? You check on your friends? You check on the loved ones? You made sure to follow up and have that conversation. Did you do, as the man or woman of your word, what you say you was going to do? For me, I got about 75% done. Interview, chop it up, fun, family, travel. But at the same time, I didn't fall through on a little bit of my goals, man. So this week is going to be heavy on the to-do list. This week is going to be heavy on making sure I rest my vocal cords, because, you know, last week I was pushing it through even though I had a horrible voice, man. And thank y'all for watching and even telling your boy what it was like, man. But today's live is going to be a little special. As you can see, we're on the brink of war. We're on the brink of racial dynamics. We're on the brink of a lot of detailed conversations. But the one thing we got to make sure we always talk about in real time, especially here with the Crowder Gang, is that we're going to have a real conversation about what we see going on in the world right now. And what we see going on in the world right now is something that I find very unique. Remember, people do not disrespect you when they address something. People that call you out are not haters. People that have a difference of opinion of you, people that give you a different perspective, you ain't got to agree with their perspective, but you got to respect it. The last thing you ever want to get to in your professional, your personal, your social life is everybody to think like you. If everybody you meet thinks like you, operate like you have reached a point in your life where you have reached what's called an echo chamber. An echo chamber is when you're around people that only reaffirm, reconnect, reestablish, and rebelieve in your ideas. You should try vehemently to never be around people like that. Number one, you'll get stagnant. Number two, your opinions will only be reaffirmed. Number three, you lose your sharpening edge. To constantly enhance your debating, your discussion, your discourse skills, you must interact with people that listen different from you. I enjoy it. I don't care if we have a difference of opinion. Believe in it strongly. I don't care if we don't agree on anything. Believe in what you believe in strongly, because I'm going to push back and believe in what I believe in strongly. And why do I push it all off with that first subject, Craig Crowder? The reason why I start off with this first subject, because I do believe it was a very interesting conversation that was brought to my attention this week. And the conversation this week was on the subject of an artist based out of Texas. I want to say something. New York, Texas, and California all have a similarity, saying we grew up and have a different relationship with Latinos, right? And as somebody that didn't grow up with it much, right? I'm from a smaller country town. It was generally black people and white people only. I don't think I've met anybody outside of white and black dynamics until I got older. My upbringing was unique. But the one thing I learned about my upbringing and people is this. I don't judge you by when you agree with me. I judge you by when you don't. And this subject by Mexican OT is really good because number one, people that are from the lineage of Americans, foundation of Black Americans, have a similar perspectives. But when you have other people, other classes of people speaking on issues, they will show you and tell you how they feel in real time. So I want you to watch the interview with me, and then I'm gonna give my honest response. Fair use, everybody.
Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there were some black dudes in there.
There are. Will right there.
And this one right here, not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the fuck are you?
I want to pause it right here, y'all. You have a foreign woman and you have a racially ambiguous woman that he's talking to when he first started off.
Gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all,
first conversation I want to pause on with this one. First one, whenever you address somebody and you resort to violence, you always wrong, brother. Whenever I got to disprove my opinion and say I got to bully you or push something against you, I know I'm doing something wrong. As a man, I know when I meet another man that has to overexert his masculinity, that has to say something like we got to fight about something, that lets me know you in the wrong already. You are. Maybe it's a maturity thing as a man when you get to that point. But if I got to squabble it up, which I ain't above doing, I know that you know what you're doing is wrong. Let's keep listening.
Gonna use him. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up loving with them. You know, I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, well, shit, it's what the fuck I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way. And that's why I try to shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from or anywhere, what the fuck are you going to do about it? You know, it's like I don't went to the jungle and earned the lion's head, you know?
I feel like a lot of people that are from Latino descent here in New York feel that same way. The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
I mean, shit, y'all just, I mean, and not even trying to justify, but shit, y'all just got dropped off before us. That's all it is.
Y'all got dropped off first. It's crazy.
We from the same boat.
Do you feel like
let me pause you right there and say something. Love, admiration, and respect are not disrespectful, are not dismissive, and are not violent. If I love and respect you as a man or a woman, right? But I tell you I got love for where we come from in our culture, why would I go against something that people disagree with? Let me back it up quick. If people around you are telling me, yo, I ain't feeling how you approach or talk to certain people, but I continue to do what certain people say they don't like and respect, do I respect you? If I am saying with my chest, what you gonna do about it? I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna disrespect you, and it's cool to go one way. Are we friends? Are we boys? If I can say something that is triggering to you, and somebody tells me that it's triggering to you, and I say, I'm going to say it anyway, do I respect you? Do I admire you? Does it matter that I grew up for you? Because my next question I always ask people is to ask serious questions. A lot of times we have homeboys, right? Very rarely do we touch the race topic, the family topic, the children topic, a lot of things. I don't care about anything, y'all. I'm going to qualify you immediately when we have a conversation. If you're a man, I'm going to ask you questions to find out how you think, what you believe in, and how you feel about issues. And my first question for Mexican OT would be, as a man, how do you feel about reparations for descendants of slaves? Do you support it? Do you believe you should have to pay? Do you believe that you are obligated? Do you believe how you grew up changed your perspective? Number 2, do you believe that there should be an anti-crime hate bill? Do you believe that your influence and your lifestyle changes things? Because I always hear that argument, Texas and California Latinos and blacks grew up differently. My response is always the same. If you grew up differently and I knew my family member has been done wrong, no matter if I support, disagree, love, hate, I'm going to want to see you win. I'm going to want to see you do well. That means I'm going to speak up on people that do you wrong. I'm going to speak up and say something on injustices and things that I see go wrong. I'm not just going to speak up on my pride, on what I need to say, but I need to speak up on things that I say that's wrong, right? That's my first thing I always go back to. Because as much as you tell me you my family and I ride for you, don't ride for me when it's convenient for you. You got to ride for me when it's disrespectful, when people disrespect me in front of you, behind my back, when I hear words like Moreno, disrespectful slurs and other things. Don't ride with me in a sense where you want to ride. You feel me? That's my whole pushback I got against everything. I always hear the progression. I always hear how Texas, which I live here now, is so different. But in actuality, it's more disconnected down here. The reason why it's more disconnected down here, to me, in my opinion, in these states, is that we assume that racial dynamics are different. We assume that we live in a state and I see that it's different among our people, but it's not. Smaller towns, smaller people, smaller cities of black people are more on code than big cities. And that's just what I'm saying. You can disagree with it, you can go about it, but it's deeper than just N-word. What it is with me is that you are showing me in real time that I will disrespect you out of spite of what everything I got going on. I'm going to say what I got to say out of spite of what you're telling me or how you feel. You're showing me right now, Mexican OT, is that this. My pride, my saying, what I feel about it supersedes any and everything else. You know what that tells me as a man? You got some growing, which is okay. But also, the disrespect in a relationship is one-sided. Most black Americans, I ain't gonna say all, most black immigrants in this country view our relationship a lot as a trading zone. What can I get from y'all? How can I cosplay as y'all? But you're quick to tell somebody what you are not. As somebody that comes from the culture, that lives and breathes it, when I hear that, the first thing I think of is, this brother does stuff that is cool to him. But when he disrespects other people, let's just think about it from a different viewpoint. So when I hear this subject about the N-word with Latinos, of course you can't say it. I don't even know why that's controversial. My next question is, why would you want to? If I know that people in a certain community have a disagreement or kerfuffle about it, why are we even talking about it in the first place? You say you don't like it. I heard you. I respect you in a sect that don't like it. I'm with it. Now it's time for me to move on and say, hey, out of my vocabulary, out of my vernacular. It's kind of simple. Or is it? If it ain't simple for you, you got to constantly push back and your feelings honestly change. Let me know, brother, how you think we all in the same game. Next. It's been a crazy week out here in these streets, man. One thing I don't want to miss past is that this story kind of came and went. But sometimes reality will come in a form of cartoon and humor. But we kind of let things slide. Who am I talking about? The great Tyler Perry. You didn't know he had an alleged lawsuit that happened? I want to let this TikToker break it down and why it is so interesting to me. Comment, like, share, subscribe to the channel. King Crowder with a live on Monday. Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen.
They had a problem. Now, first things first, if you don't know Tyler Perry, you know Tyler Perry. Very famous entertainment executive. He did the Madea movies. Anyway, meet Derek Dixon, a man who's suing Tyler Perry for $260 million. Now, he's suing Tyler Perry for something called quid pro quo. Listen closely. Quid pro quo basically means if you do something for me, I do something for you. But see, a lot of times it's not that simple because there's an unspoken flip side. If you don't do this something for me, Who knows what's going to happen to you? Now, let's get a little deeper into the story. Now, this is all alleged, so pretend I'm saying alleged in front of anything. Okay, so Derek Dixon said, look, he's working at a party, right, as event staff. Tyler Perry's at that party. He said, oh, who that? He goes up to Derek Dixon and said, hey, you want to be in some movies and stuff? Derek Dixon said, oh, man, this is my big break. Tyler Perry must see something in me. Now, thing is, to the public, Tyler Perry is known as a really nice guy. So Derek Dixon is just automatically assuming that. So Tyler starts texting him like, hey, bro, like, you good? Like, what's going on? Derek said, what's going on with me, man? I just be chilling. Tyler Perry said, chilling in your new car. Look outside. Derek looks outside. Derek got a new car, courtesy of Tyler Perry.
Can I say something to Derek right quick? I ain't mean to skip that video. Derek, if a man buys you a car, dog, and you ain't know what time it was, come on, bro.
Public, Tyler Perry is known as...
I just saw a TikTok.
My bad, y'all. If a man buys you a car, ladies and gentlemen,
so Tyler Perry had a problem.
Expectations come with it. If a man buys you a car, if anybody buys you a car, it's something come with it, fellas. Ladies, if I buy you an absorbent purchase that's worth a lot of money, ain't nothing free. Tyler Perry buy you a car, and it's your first time talking to Buddy, and you think something ain't on the menu? Bruh, what? People ain't gonna buy you nothing that extravagant, man, if they don't want something, bro. So when I hear that, my first thing is either Buddy act like he don't know or he lying. man, gotta buy me a car. Facts, D. Facts, you buy me a car, something come with it. Shout out, man. You gotta know that's what's going on, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about you ain't know, you ain't see it, bro. Come on now. Come on now. That's my first reaction. I'm gonna let it play a little bit more, y'all. I'm sorry.
Tyler Perry said, chilling in your new car. Look outside. Derek looks outside. Derek got a new car, courtesy of Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry said, matter of fact, you trying to act, right? Derek said, yeah. Tyler Perry said, come on my new show. Derek said, man, this dude is locked in. And suddenly, Tyler Perry start texting a little weird, like sending a bunch of texts, calling all the time. Derek like, damn, slow down, broski. And Tyler start coming on a little strong, start getting a little bit inappropriate. Derek said, okay, let me just ignore this. It's all gonna go away. Tyler said, hey, come to the crib. Derek said, what? Tyler said, what? You work as event staff, right? Derek said, yeah. Tyler said, yeah, come to the crib. As event staff, bro. Come as event staff. So Derek comes to the crib. Everybody drinking, everybody having a good time. Derek drinking. Everybody leaves. Derek about to leave. Tyler says, no, you've been drinking. Derek says, yeah, that's true. Tyler says, you could just stay at my guest room. You good. Derek goes into the guest room. He don't got no pajamas, so he wears his underclothes, goes to sleep. Somebody climbs in the bed next to him. Hello, it's Tyler Perry. And you ain't heard me say it started to get wicked yet. We just getting started. Tyler Perry started grabbing on bro. Derek gets up. He said, yo, chill out, man. I don't really do that. I don't do that. Tyler said, oh, my fault. Derek said, all right, bro. Tyler said, all right, bro. I'm
You don't do what? I go to my house, I buy you a car, come over, I lay in the bed with you, and you say, "Out, man." Listen, bro, you know what's going on. Allegedly, buddy, you come on now. I'm gonna let him rock a little bit more.
I'll catch you. Tyler leaves. Tyler then texts Derek. This is the next day. Tyler says, look, bro, I got a new show for you. Now, here's where the stakes get raised. Right now, Derek has got a small part in one of Tyler's smaller shows. After this incident happens, Tyler says, look, I got a bigger show for you in a bigger show. Derek says, all right, I'll do it. So Derek Dixon gets a part on Tyler Perry's show called The Oval. Whole time, Tyler Perry's still texting him, saying, see, if my friends do stuff for me, I do stuff for them. Quid pro quo. Remember that. Now let's look at the flip side of quid pro quo. At the end of the season, Derek Dixon's character, who, side note, is a professional Netflix watcher who would do anything for money, that's his character gets, right? Derek says, yo, Tyler, my character is just gone like that. Tyler says, well, he's not gone just yet. Who knows? Next season, he could come back. But remember, I do things for people that do stuff for me.
Let me pause this video right there and give my 2 cents. Ladies and gentlemen, quid pro quo, like the brother said, is what you do for me, what I do for you. If I meet you and you have no prospects, and then I give you prospects without you earning anything with me, strings are attached. Nothing in this world is free. Nothing that we go through, nothing that I'm giving you, nothing that these conversations, everything has some intention behind it. Do not believe people that say, oh no, it's all for the love, ain't nothing going on. Bull. Tyler Perry give you a car, put you on a Netflix TV show, then try to lay in the bed with you allegedly, and you ain't know nothing what's going on. Hey, bruh, why we lying? You, A, led with intention, B, wasn't always with it, or C, knew what time it's been going on. It's been rumors about Tyler Perry for years. He's Esty. Okay. The Boondocks made a series that is kind of true now about the brother. It's about you coming to his house, how you've had to adjust and go about it. My thing is this. You accepted the gifts. You had to know that something was about to try to go down, bro. But then to go back and say, I didn't know. I ain't saying he ain't wrong. But let's stop acting like the behavior was completely predatory and you ain't know nothing about it. You knew something. You might not have been with it, but you knew what time it was. You knew he liked you. You knew he wanted to be with you. You knew something was bound or attempting to happen. Bottom line, bro. Now, how you move forward, how you choose to go about it since that's all cool. But to be dumbfounded and say, man, I ain't know nothing, all these intentions, man, listen, man, woman, nothing in this world is free. It all costs something. It all comes with strings. Anytime somebody does something for you egregiously at the beginning, stop acting like you didn't know it. Women, babies, young people get somewhat of a pass. But as you grow older, bro, it's not a pass anymore. You was with it, maybe not to that extent, but you knew what time it was. But I will say one thing that is kind of shocking to me, y'all. Everybody that really flourishes or grows tend to has a little bit of flaw to them. Tyler Perry makes movies. I ain't really a fan of them where brothers always look bad, women always going through something catastrophic or emotional. That's just it. But while he's doing that in real time, I am seeing why and what he goes after. Can he settle? Allegedly. Can he get a guy money? Allegedly. But these stories are little droplets that we're going to see continue to go after. Next. Shed alive, shed alive, shed alive, shed alive, man. Remember, y'all, when you disrespect people in this economy, receipts are real. And I don't know if y'all seen the actress, comedian, whatever you want to call her, right? B. Simone. Remember she had comments a few years back about brothers that are working, that I don't like these type of guys. You got to be able to produce this type of this. My lifestyle and your lifestyle ain't the same. This internet money gonna run low. It will. The money you get from here, unless you are investing it, saving it, putting it up, hopefully you have better investment. Because people remember what you say. Just like the Latinos for Trump, them videos, them clips, them images, they are inescapable. The internet is so vicious when it comes to words like that. So I'm going to let you hear it from her voice, and then we're going to chop it up about why it's so important about staying in tune with your audience. Fair use. Fair use.
Everything I have, my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle. It has to do with money, everything to do with lifestyle. Okay? When I'm in the bed at 3 a.m. checking emails, what you doing, babe? Working. What you doing? Working. Okay, love you. You want to hop on a flight tomorrow? I have a meeting in out of town. You want to go? You got okay? Let's go. Okay, you understand my life. You understand what I'm going through. I want to manifest that. What do you want in a man? What do you want? Let's start there. manifest it, baby. You can have it. Whatever you want, you can have it. Manifest that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. Ain't nothing wrong with an entrepreneur ass nigga. Manifest whatever you want. I want to manifest an entrepreneur ass husband. I don't care what you do. Entrepreneur, graphic designer, sell t-shirts, sell drugs, rapper. You could be a rapper. A becoming rapper, D-list. I don't give a fuck. Entrepreneur, okay? At this point, I'm about to rebuy my book. I'm about to rebuy my book so I can manifest my.
Remember, it stays with you. Let's go ahead and play something from her most recent point too. Stay tuned.
Like, just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am.
Have my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle. It has nothing to do with money, everything to do with lifestyle. Okay? When I'm in the bed at 3 a.m. checking emails, what you doing, babe? Working. What you doing? Working. Okay, love you. You want to hop on a flight tomorrow? I have a meeting in out of town. You want to go? You got? Okay, let's go. Okay, you understand my life. You understand what I'm going through. I want to manifest that. What do you want in a man? What do you want? Let's start there. What do you want? Let's manifest it, baby. You can have it. Whatever you want, you can have it. Manifest that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. Ain't nothing wrong with an entrepreneur ass nigga. Manifest whatever you want. I want to manifest an entrepreneur ass husband. I don't care what you do. Entrepreneur, graphic designer, sell t-shirts, sell drugs, rapper. You could be a rapper. A becoming rapper, D-list. I don't give a fuck. Entrepreneur, okay? At this point, I'm about to rebuy my book. I'm about to rebuy my book so I can manifest my husband. Whatever.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am. Nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like, I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid.
Yeah.
I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account. But
Man, God has a funny sense of humor, y'all. He does. This is the #1 problem I have with the boss babes. I come from a blue collar family, right? And my family, a man in my family work hard. Do they mostly have glamorous jobs? No. Do I come from a place of clean cut, be able to work, keep clean hands like I do, manicured, whatever you want to call it? No. What I come from, chin strap, hard work, on your feet 10 to 12 hours a day. It ain't sexy. Boots on the ground, sweaty, stocky. And what a lot of women of her ilk don't understand is that when you say, I need an entrepreneur type of man, what you're saying is that if you don't fit my idea of what I want, you're not good enough. What you are saying is when you say, I need a man entrepreneur that lives my lifestyle. Lifestyle of what? Of overextending yourself, spending more than you make, not having a future plan or a glide, not having the guardrails up. Let me keep it 100. You think that you are an attractive woman somewhat, right? You get by on some crazy things you said. But what everybody has to understand is that everybody has to pay dues at the end of the time. Your money, your rent, your lifestyle. Unless you know how to balance your stuff out, it's going to slow down. You've had multiple allegations in your life, B. Simone, of you stealing, doing sketchy stuff, not improving your comedy craft, now going to God, now physically saying that your money is not where it was. You isolated your base. You isolated your audience. You said men that work a certain job are not good enough. You could date and have a choice of preference on whatever you like. But your job as an entertainer is to never be overtly saying it. You respect your base. You embrace your people. Truckers that listen to me, anybody that does something different from me, I love you, respect you, and admire you. What you do for a living has no correlation on who you are as a person. Remember, family planning, legacy building, none of that has to do with how much money you make. Money is good. It's important, right? But everything else that filters between it is also important. So when you hear ladies have conversations like that are willing to choose a artist, a struggling artist, rather than a man that is on his purpose and on his God boat, don't fight with him. Don't go against what she's saying. You laugh and smile. Allow this case and scenario to be played over and over and over again. Remember, she said disparaging comments about Martin Luther King. I remember that. You said comments that certain people do not fit you up to you and what you would live by. I remember that. But remember, y'all, we all get older. All of our money slow down. We have dips and progressions, highs and lows. No matter where you at, you got to experience it. So right now, you're experiencing the low point without a safety net. Entrepreneur life is an amazing thing, and I love our entrepreneurs in the Black community. But nobody tells you about the lows. Her low is right now. How do you overcome it? And God forbid you have to get another job and figure something out. That's going to be a humbling experience and something humbling to overcome. Remember, y'all, be careful who you disrespect. Who you disrespect while you down or while they down, you got to revisit them again. Never disrespect your people. You love, you embrace them, especially if your job is to entertain, to comedically joy, and to galvanize your base. You got to make sure you respect people, man. Respect is a universal language that once you get in your spirit, you will ascend. Speak to everybody. Thank everybody. Show love to everybody. Never allow you to think you're better than anybody. And this is a case study of what you say on the internet will always come back and bite you. You know what the sad part is? I don't know her next move. Her next move may require her to change her lifestyle and how she's going to go. Because we've seen in real life, when you disrespect people, they don't let it go. They don't. Either you got to publicly apologize or you got to publicly pivot to change your lifestyle. And it's sad, y'all, because she's young. She has a lot of room to grow and a lot of room to do better. I don't know if she can. I really genuinely don't. Because if she don't, where else does she have to go? And that's the real talk point about everything that we've seen. And the reason why it's so dangerous, y'all, excuse me, as we continue to go around this route, you're going to see anybody that gives disrespect in this new season that we in is being addressed. B. Simone was a start. Then we saw Pusha come up next. People call Pusha T a hater. What I say he is the Virginia in him. People from certain areas and certain side of town address things. I didn't know all the messy side that Travis dealt with or what he went about. But when you get a full scope of things, I love to get a different perspective and a different view from my listening audience to learn what makes people go. And to me, this right here that I'm about to show you is a perfect scenario. Fair use, everybody. Let's tap in.
What? Okay, go ahead. Tell me how you think. Go ahead.
Bro, I just feel like, bro, he's not relevant no more, bro. Like, I don't go around nobody and they say, yo, put that new Pusha T.
Relevance and correctness and who is right have no correlation. I want all my young niggas to understand something. Just because what you deem relevant and who says something has no correlation. When you say, I don't go around hearing that doesn't null and void what that person is saying. You were saying what your preference of music is. It doesn't disapprove the message. That's something I always hear a lot. He ain't got this, he ain't got that. And
shit on, man. Like, I get in the car, bro, niggas bumping Travis. I pull up the Spotify streams, my nigga Travis got like 64. Pusha got like what?
Drake has millions. Has millions of Spotify listening. That doesn't mean he's influenced or controlling any culture. Be careful when you use numbers and metrics, y'all, because numbers can be deceiving. Drake has more cultural impact than Kendrick, than Nas. He has more streams than Pop. I'm just saying.
What, 4.7
million.
Nobody's talking about Pusha. Like, bro, this is the most I've heard about, bro. Like, you gotta bring up Travis just for niggas to even like mention you.
Okay, so let me respond to my young brother. First of all, Pusha, he ain't never got to rap again for me. I'm a fan. I love that energy. What he's doing is what a man does to the house. Hey, nigga, don't come in our house starting shit if you ain't doing what we do. He had see, this is the problem with the younger generation. As soon as someone says something, they're a hater. He ain't hating. He's educating. Hey, nigga, the niggas I'm around, if they peep the shit you doing, they'll smack the shit out of you.
And that's 100. People are so cool and think that fake behavior is so normal that once you do something real, they call you crazy. Think about this for a second. Talking behind people's back is so normalized that when you address it, people are shocked. Aaron the plumber, Mr. Squabble Up, don't like his demeanor all the time. But I don't know many times when brother is wrong. You put your hands on me, if you do sneak dissing, you do shade, normally growing up, that's a fade. You cannot disrespect people and expect them to respond the way you want them to respond. If I disrespect you, you disrespect me. A squabble up is usually how it went. Just saying. I know a lot of people aren't used to those real life consequences, but that's what happens in the real world when you disrespect people. Everybody don't play the same. Everybody don't respond the same. Everybody don't talk back the same. You may disrespect me, and I may gotta respond back with a different type of energy. Let me let Buddy continue to respond because he's cooking up right now. For surely.
I peeped it. Ye didn't mind it. We knew you was using us. We know you was playing with us. We know what you was playing both sides of the fence. I ain't with that shit, nigga. I ain't with it. Mind you, to me, it's like, and by the way, I get what he's saying about Travis, but Travis is young, and your generation has been raised by your parents to think that as soon as someone criticizes, there's a hater. Dog, just because you got more than me don't mean you know more than me. Just because you...
Facts. Travis has more influence, more of a fan base, but Travis probably hasn't been in enough real life situations. You can't do little shady stuff and tell people how they're gonna respond, bro. As they said, when you was with me, then a diss comes out about my man's the next day. Yeah, that's kind of sketchy a little bit, bro. And I like Travis music. But if I know you got a diss track out with somebody planning to use this in the studio with me, where you from, fam? Well, that's cool. You beef with me, you beef with everybody. You ain't coming around me acting like everything cool when your man says something disrespectful about my mama. Nah, that ain't how that go. Ain't no middleman. Because remember, whoever's comfortable with disrespecting me around you, you disrespect me too. The person that disrespects me publicly and I let them disrespect me and you don't say nothing, you doing it too, brother. That's a fact.
You work fast for me, don't mean you work fast for me. He's basically saying to him, he's basically explaining, see, here's the problem with music right now. Rap is WWF. It's WWE. It's just wrestling. And it's entertainment. So here's what I mean by that. When you're in the arena and everybody's watching, we're against each other. But when it's over, we're just all trying to make ourselves feed our families by entertaining the audience. So rap has become that now, where, and I think it really blew up with the Drake Kendrick thing. That was like the peak of it, right? So now that bubble has bursted, it's been divided to real and to the fucking to the WWE. I ain't gonna even say fake. Hear me out. To the WWE. I'm not gonna even say fake. So 2 Chainz said it. Sometimes I had them thoughts. I'm too real for this shit. I understand it, bro. It is hard to play friends with niggas that you know is using you.
And that's real, bro. I don't care what nobody say. If I know that you a taker type guy, I can't be fake around you. I've had people in my lifetime, I'm very much expressive. I speak on what I don't feel. I don't mind stating my opinion. To certain people, y'all, that comes across as rude. It does. Certain people think when you speak your opinion or you stand on business that you're a conflict, that you like to cause things. Nah. I just grew up in a household and around people that address things. Good, bad, or indifferent. We address it. I don't know why that's bad. I don't know why that's confrontational. I don't know why any of that is what it is, but a lot of people do feel that way. They do. They think I'm addressing things, it's negative. Me saying something to you that I don't like is negative. Instead of me handling it like a man, good, bad, or indifferent, I came to you and told you what I felt. What I felt was you were disrespectful, bro. And with your disrespect, it come with this. We can handle it like this, or we can go handle it another way. That's all Pusha's saying. And a lot of generations are so comfortable being behind the keyboard that they don't understand that's usually how men dress things in real time.
And like I said, from what I know about Travis, I know when he first got signed, I was around him a lot back in the day. That little nigga was going to do anything to win. And he won. Good for him. But you got to also know that just because you won doesn't mean there's not going to be someone who is there that said you didn't do it right. Nigga, I got OGs that I respect and look up to that's like talking shit about me behind my back, don't even know it. Nigga, fuck you. Nigga, you an OG. You don't understand the new world. You'll be left behind. But I'm not going to argue with him. I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to beef. And all Pusha T did was stand up for a culture that fed him and his motherfucking family. I don't like rappers who don't rap. Why can't he say that? Why can't he say that and not be a hater? He's a rapper.
That's some real shit.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm
a big Pusha T fan.
Go,
I'm a big Travis fan. You know what I'm saying? But that was some whole shit that Travis did.
Yeah.
And he continues to do it. He did it with Kanye with Sickle Mode. He did it with Drake in the Like That record. You know what I'm saying? So he has a history of like jumping from side to side. And where I'm from, that's how you get hurt.
And by the way, what people don't understand is like you also got to factor in he has a child with a Kardashian. Nigga, that means his life is hell probably. With the shit, what I mean by with the shit he got to deal with, because she got more money than you probably. And she like men, she got men everywhere. It's like, nigga, it's a whole lot of shit that you probably having to deal with on top of everything else. But hey, my nigga, don't come over there. Like right now we at war. You can't play both sides. Right. But Travis, to his defense, I've heard this from people in the circle. To his defense, when he was, because Travis was signed to T.I. and Ye. Mm-hmm. He signed to both of them.
I think the bottom line from this story is this, man. What you put out in the atmosphere as a man is going to come back to you, y'all. So no matter if it's disrespect, no matter if it's what you're saying, somebody's going to address you either you like it or not. I don't know Travis personally, like his music, listen to it sometimes. But what people are saying is that the man, we get confused a lot. We think, oh, buddy got money. Nah, bro, the man in you still can be talked about. The man in you has been running for sideways. The man in you has to be looked at with a crooked eye. The man in you has to be looked at in a shady type of way. They saying, yo, the man in Travis, we ain't liking the way you move. And right now in this culture, we've confused clout and what you are popularity versus impact. This goes into our next subject of another artist, y'all. And to end the Travis Scott part before I go into the next subject is this. Travis got to be careful on his next move. Pusha is a villain. He is a demon slayer. Travis, don't respond. Leave that man Pusha alone. Leave him alone. Don't respond. Don't say a comment. Take the L. Take it to a chin. Like I tell all men, learn how to take the L, fellas. Travis, take that L. Don't respond back with Pusha with no bars. I don't want him to dive deep into you because I live in the H. I don't want him to go into your resume, dog. I don't. Leave it alone. Stay neutral. Stay fun-loving. Keep dropping your music like you do. Don't leave that man alone. Leave that demon slayer, that giant killer, the bleep alone from the 757. The next subject that I want to dive into tonight, man, share it live. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. King Crowder is Jim Jones. If y'all know who Jim Jones is, right? In this internet era we in, We confuse clout, dressing, and notoriety versus skills. Jim Jones, who is around the same age as Nas, thinks that relevancy means art of skill of your craft. I can be more relevant, meaning visually appealing, visually seeing, versus skill of my craft. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him dive into it. I want you to hear the argument. Then I'm gonna break down and give you my thoughts. Fair use, everybody, to my natural audience right here. This is from the Joe Pod. This is from the Fat Joe and Jada Pod.
Saw a clip on the Instagram where a young kid was comparing you to Nas and saying that you got
that's my young boy.
Big hits.
He's wild.
Yo, he looked to you. He learned how to wear the BB Simon belt from you. He got his swag. Like, how crazy is that? Because in my era, you know what I'm saying? Nas is like a god.
In my era too. I mean,
so to be compared,
let me that young kid out. Let me.
He was young and we loved that he loved Jim Jones. I want you to break it down.
Let's break this down. I admired Nas, but remember Nas' first record, The Barbecue, came out when I was in 11th grade. So Nas was my idol when I was young. Like you did, came to dressing, the wordplay, the music, everything. I was a superior Nas fan. Period. I'd never take that away from him. But then as I got in the game, you got to realize that your rivals would be idols, and not to take anything away from that. I developed my own style.
Y'all was never rivals, bro. Hold on. Rivals in what? Is this man crazy? That's why I don't like NYC sometimes, y'all. NYC, as much edginess and straightforwardness y'all claim y'all got, y'all let Cap ride. Ain't nobody say, bro, I would have stopped it right there. Rivals. Bro, you in the league with y'all about the same. That's an MVP candidate right there. That's an all-NBA caliber rapper. Y'all not the same, bro. You ain't all-NBA. What we talking about? Rivals? No, fam. You in the league, that's an MVP player. What the hell are we talking about? What the hell? What the hell, Deontay? What we talking about? No, bro, that comment right there would have threw me off. Like, bro, y'all not rivals? That man's a superstar. You a good player. Ain't no rivals, Jim. That man is legendary. Albums, classics, albums. You good, bro. You solid. But to say that is brazen.
My own lane that these kids start to gravitate towards the same way I gravitated towards Nas when I was younger and things like that. It's a whole different generation. We talking about 94, 93. I was in 11th grade. Nigga, it's 2025. This is a big.
Jim and Nas are 3 years apart. Ain't no big gap. Your audience skews younger. That doesn't mean that the power is there. Why you talking like y'all big age gap, dog? No, you just haven't matured with an audience. You have a younger fan base, which is cool. But to act like my audience is, bro, your audience, what? Jimmy, what are you talking about? You look like a YN, you dress like one. That's okay. That's how you are, bro. Nas is elevated with his age. Y'all around the same age, y'all just do different things. But to say y'all have a different, come on, man, just stop that.
Gap there, you know what I mean? And I want people to understand that. So when Shorty's telling people that, yeah, he's 20-some years old, that goes to show the part of the era that he's in, that I came into light and started going crazy, that these kids love me. They don't really know who Nas is. If he's 22, he's born in 03.
Not all of them. Some of them know. But
you know what I mean?
A lot of them know.
A lot of them don't have a hip-hop historian yet. Even if you're 22, I always charge to the same thing. It is your job, if you're a true member of your craft, is to learn it. It's to master it. You could be a novice mode and be 22, right? That doesn't mean that you don't know your music is not as good as it was previously. I was a baby when Nas' album came out. That doesn't mean I don't know what's working, re-educated myself and re-listen. Your job as a hip-hop listener or fan is to educate yourself on previous work. If you don't, you have limitations. I don't care about your age. Youth is amazing. We constantly need that. But even if you in your youth, the problem with it is you got to update your records. That's what hip hop has to go through, and we got to talk about even more.
Yes.
But it's the era.
Some music.
No,
There's some kids that.
No, I love that.
There's some kids that love
My
hip
son's
hop.
20, so I mean,
But that kid, he's your son.
He's your son.
He's your son.
No, but he knows.
My son, my son can't tell you one Nas record. You heard? Like, let's keep it a buck here.
Yeah, but
like,
let's
keep it a buck. You heard?
It's kind of funny because Dot just remixed a Nas record. Reincarnation was out one mic. It's kind of funny to hear that, but we hear these records being remixed all the time.
Let's keep it a buck because you'll bring it up. There must be some type of misconception or what's that word? When it comes to Jim Jones and what Jim Jones have done in this game. A lot of these rap
down south would have said something. NYC, y'all the king of cap. Nobody could have got through that down in the down south conversation. Nobody would have said nothing. New York, y'all got a problem with not addressing real life issues. Let me say, I got family from the NYC. My dad is from there. New York, y'all don't like addressing stuff. Y'all don't. Y'all prefer to play politically quiet. Y'all prefer to keep it cool, keep it copacetic. Down south, man, you couldn't have said nothing like that. Nas get love down south. Nas get respect, but to have somebody from the own state that you from say something like this, and you got two artists there, but ain't nobody saying that. Jim got to be on that book of sugar. Jim got to be on something to even open your mouth to say that. I'm going to say it again. Y'all both are in the NBA. True, dog. But that's an MVP all-star. 25-3, 25-6. You about 12 and 6 points. Y'all don't ball the same. That's all NBA former MVP candidate. Former MVP. You ain't never had an MVP. It's facts. It's facts.
Rappers,
we made them take the darkies off.
A lot of these rappers have done a tremendous job, and I take nothing away from them. But they forget I got a hell of a catalog. Me, Jim Jones, myself, gold records, platinum records, gold albums, platinum albums. No, me, Jim Jones. No diplomats, no nobody else. Me, Jim Jones. Check my track record, then check everybody else's track record. Then go to the billboards and check all my entries, then check all them niggas' entries and shit like that. And I'm not taking nothing away from nobody, but I hear the comparisons and the niggas be trying to act funny when it comes. No.
Let's go to the comparison, y'all. He brought it up. Y'all. On the King Crowder, we go ahead and address half a donut on the circle, baby. We gonna lay it on the pavement, the bricks, the everything. We gonna lay it right there. He mentioned it. Now it's time to find it. Nas, age 51. Jim Jones, age 48. Y'all ain't that big of an age gap. Let me keep it playing so y'all can see it bigger. Spotify listeners per month. Nas, 9.2 million. Spotify listeners to Jim Jones, 860K. Net worth, 80 million. Net worth 10. I ain't gonna judge a man by how much money they make. Single release. Nas, 75, 79 plus. Jim Jones, 49 plus. Billboard hot entries. Nas, 15 plus. Jim Jones, 2. Platinum albums. Nas, 8. Jim Jones, 0. Let me say that last part again. Platinum albums. Nas, 8. Jim Jones, 0. Y'all in the same league, but y'all don't ball the same. Y'all don't ball the same. Y'all don't ball the same. That's an MVP candidate. You a role player. NYC, why do y'all have a problem with keeping it 100 with people? For somebody to openly disrespect Nas, being from where Nas is from and where Nas is at, I think it's brazen to me. I don't think nobody down south would say I'm as good as such and such, knowing the record and resume ain't what it is. Only time you will see that be able to get by or actively think that's cool with, is up north. Up north, as much as y'all say y'all keep it right, y'all straight edge, y'all don't like conflict up there. I noticed that. New Yorkers avoid conflict. New Yorkers avoid saying anything to somebody. Down south, everybody got the strap. Everybody knows squabble up come with the game. Everybody know keeping it 100 matters. Down south, you got to stand on business. You got to figure it out. Up north, you can tend to go away from opinions. You'll be shy when it's coming to conversation or debate. You don't want to offend anybody. That's where a lot of our political movements and stuff comes from. Down south is 100% all day. I'm going to say what I feel. I'm going to say what I stand. And I'm standing on business, whether you like it or not. Because I know that conversation could not have happened anywhere else. Jada being a lyricist, didn't say anything. It's crazy to me. Your son know who Nas is, which I wholeheartedly believe, Jada. But for you to say, and we hear that comment, and ain't nobody say nothing, we just acting like everything good. Everything is what it is. Ain't nobody got no beat. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. That, to me, is brazen. That's brazen. That's brazen. That's brazen. So, as we will continue to talk, man, World War III was avoided today. I did a TikTok today talking about World War III. Trump made a post, which was kind of deep. Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by Israel and Iran that they will complete in total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours from now. They have both agreed from 12 hours that we will have a war, which will be considered ended. Officially, Iran has agreed to ceasefire on the 12 hours. So will Israel. We're going to go ahead and remain peacefully, have other talks. We want our countries to know that the 12-day war will be eliminated. We will stop, and we will continue to have respect anybody to keep the cash flow and the bodies remain under calm. What does this mean? All my young boys dodged a bullet. I don't think people caught on that was happening, man. 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, we re-enlisted the draft. If you are a male between 16 and 35, you could be drafted in this country. You can. If we go to war anytime in the future, your name could be pulled from a hat. You could be saying, I'm going to war. So if you're on internet gangster, switched out, living life gangstered out, you could be drafted. If you in prison anywhere like that, you have a potential to be on the front line. Now, it's good that we saw this ceasefire happen in real time because it was a scary event. But I want you to understand something, y'all. History is important to learn it. We are in a recessionist economy. It's pretty bad out here, right? There's 2 ways to get out of the economy. You ready? Remove extra supply, immigration, removing the illegals, they say, in this country to increase the demand, right? Or go to war. Go to war, increase housings, bullets, spending. That is the way to uplift the economy and make it flourish and do better. Those are the 2 ways that we're going to see America try to do that. We're going to see it happen in real time, right? It's that. Either you could try to uplift it, either you could try to go out and get the surplus going, or we're going to enhance spending. That's what we're going to see in real time. And there's no way around it. There is no way. I'm telling you. But I'm glad that we saw this happen. I'm glad that we seen that we don't have to go to war or a draft happen, because I don't believe a lot of us are mentally ready for it. We're overdue for one, too. We're overdue for some type of big thing going on. We're overdue for a kerfuffle, a big blow up to happen. We're overdue for that. But I think in our lifetime, in the next few years, we're going to see a massive blow up happen. We are. And it's going to be scary because I do not believe most people are ready for it. They're not. They're genuinely not. We think life is good. Everybody's got good things going on. We straight. Ain't no problems. We living. We popping bottles. We having fun, which we are. But we got to know in real time, man, that everything has an exit date, an end date. It does. Everything has a point where it will stop and it will end. And we'll see it happen in real time. Next up, I would say watch a video, but instead of that, man, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I didn't watch it last night because I was watching OKC get down. Shout out to OKC, man. Officially the champions. Great standpoint. SGA, the greatest thunder ever. He might be, which we could dive into that. Shout out to Halliburton getting hurt because that was a tragedy that we seen happening. But Charleston White is officially 100-0. Internet and real life, this brother takes no losses. He doesn't. He doesn't. He takes no losses. He doesn't have any issues. He doesn't have any problems. What we seeing in real time is that this brother's unstoppable. And you know why he's unstoppable, y'all? He comes from that generation where you got to prove it before you say something. And a lot of people just aren't used to it. They aren't. They aren't. And it's scary to a lot of people. I realize that. But they don't realize what they actually have to go through or face in real time. But it's real. He won the fight against a young boy that ain't never been no fight. Everybody can be in a fight until it's time to put your hands up. Everybody got a plan until you got punched in the mouth. Yeah, he old. Yeah, he ain't got no money. Ung ain't scared. And as somebody that's, been in a squabble up, the person that ain't scared and ain't afraid to lose gonna win. That's all it is. Young boy was trying to been in a fight. He ain't never been punched in the face. He got punched hard. Let's stop acting like those things don't matter in real time, man. If you're not afraid to leave, if you're not afraid to squabble up, you can win a fight. So shout out to Charleston White going 50-0, standing on business, standing on everything that we got going on to you. And I want y'all to understand, y'all, whatever you say on the internet comes to life. You disrespect somebody, you think you can talk crazy, you say comments that make no sense, you disrespect people's family, they come with consequences, brother. It does. And those consequences could be a fade. Those consequences could be a pull-up. Those consequences could be you saying something in real time and we got to figure out how we're going to handle it. But I want you to know, nobody's not a victim. It's not. I want us to keep going on the next subject for tonight. Comment, like, share the channel. Always, always. Everybody been cooling off on that Diddy trial. I don't watch it heavy, but I keep it up with it, man. But I saw something very interesting this week, and I did not see a lot of people report on it. I'm not calling the young lady not a victim. But what I am calling is a willing participant. Fair use, everybody.
Life and I'll kill you. No, I will if you don't show me right now. I will you and I will hide you and I will cut you up and put you in the dirt right now. Pull it up. If you have it, pull that up. Because if not, I'm gonna you and then he's gonna you again. So just do it. Pull that up right now. You got that? Pull that up. I'm going to you. You don't understand. I don't give a. I've never anybody in my life, but I will you because you're with me. You're with me in my life right now. If I saw a video of you doing anything that you didn't want people to see, I would show you the video so you could tell me what the happened. You're playing games with me, telling me you saw some. Now you're saying you didn't see some. You're with me. I'm going to you up. I don't think you understand. And it's not going to be my hands, and it's not going to be blood on my hands. Someone else is going to do it. So you have to tell me right now, and I'm recording this whole shit. FYI, tell me what the you're talking.
This all Cassie, by the way.
About. Because this is not cool. We're not playing. I'm not playing with you, Sujit. Like, you saw some. Yes, you're my brother. Be my brother and tell me what you saw. You're going to be able to find it?
I'm going to sound insensitive, but I got to be me. You ain't with Diddy for 12 years if you ain't doing no dirt. You ain't living a lifestyle where y'all traveling city to city, doing all these type of things, and you a complete innocent victim. That tape right there was the real her. A lot of these people not getting their hands dirty, y'all. But if I pay somebody to put their hands on you, I got to act in it. Just because I'm not putting my hands on you does not mean that I am not the culprit of these actions. That audio is indisputable. But I noticed it hasn't been trending like that. I noticed a lot of think pieces and people haven't been talking about it like that. Why? Because it goes against the narrative. It goes against the narrative that she was an unwilling participant. She ain't know. She was misinformed. She was coerced. No, she wasn't. She was down with it. You are not with somebody for 12 years in a abusive situation if you're not in tune to it. Year 2, I get it. 12 years? Nah. You like it. That's how you get down. In my dating history, I've had a woman that likes that type of stuff. Turn me off. I ain't want no parts of it. But certain people do get off on the hit me, I'm going to disrespect you, I'm going to cut you out. Some people like that. Do you like it? I don't like being talked to that way. I've experienced it. And when I experienced it, conversation was done. You ain't going to disrespect me. You ain't going to call me. You ain't going to pull. No, we're not doing none of that. But certain people do. Certain people get off on that, man. They relish in it. They love it. They like it. They think it's fun. They think it's exciting. Me, I don't. I don't like that type of environment. I don't like that type of feeling. I don't like that type of energy. But you got to know, what are you willing to deal with? What are you willing to participate with? What are you willing to tolerate long term? But to say to me, I was dealing with somebody for 10, 12 plus years, and I had no idea that this behavior was going on, and I was completely shocked by it, and I didn't want to be involved with it. I was with a man for 12 plus years. I ain't know nothing was going on. I was completely unassumed by it. I didn't know it. I was completely just untapped with it. Listen, man, I'm calling cap on all of it. You know what's going on. Do you like it? No. Can you have a difference of opinion as you age? Of course. But to say that I didn't know, that I was unsuspecting, that the behavior is not cool, you're not fooling nobody, y'all. You're not. And that's the truth. You ain't fooling nobody. Nothing you say holds any weight long term. Nothing you speak about can be true. Only thing that can be true, I'll give you this, y'all, is to continue to learn. And as you continue to learn, as you continue to grow, as you continue to make long-term decisions, that's cool with me. Fine. Do that. But don't act like what you say is law and that you ain't know what was going on at the same time, man. We got to stop that narrative. We do. We truly do. Man, on our next subject, y'all, we got to continue to keep learning. The whole point in life is to learn, unlearn, relearn, change, educate, and reestablish ourselves, right? I learned this week that there were different COINTELPRO actions per state. Steve, as we go back through our history, specifically the American stories of the United States, we never talk about how everything has an influence to it. A lot of time when we speak on the actions of the Black church now, a lot of people don't understand why the makeup has changed so much. But as I learned this week, man, each state had their program to undermine the racial harmony and the activism in the states. And I learned about COINTELPRO Mississippi, read on it, educated about it. But I think I want to show you so we can have another conversation about it and take a deep dive. Fair use.
In 1965, the state of Mississippi had a secret payroll. But it wasn't for teachers or road workers. It was for spies. Black men and women paid to infiltrate churches and report what they heard. Through a program called the Mississippi State Sovereignty Commission, the government placed informants in black churches. The goal, to report on civil rights meetings, NAACP activity, and
I had no idea about this, by the way. None.
Subversive sermons. These spies were often members of the community deacons, ushers, even pastors. They were paid in cash envelopes, no receipts. One informant made over $10,000 in today's money just for sitting in church and reporting who said what. They handed over names, meeting times, license plates. The info was used to fire teachers, deny bank loans, and in some cases target activists for arrest. The churches weren't just spiritual centers. They were battlegrounds, and the state was watching. Follow for more stories about how Mississippi turned churches into surveillance zones.
I didn't know, I mean, as much as of a historian I am to y'all, when you think about the COINTELPRO, we always think about it from a national perspective. We never think about how it was individualized per state and how each state had their own actions and things going on in between it. We don't think about it like that way. We really don't. It was so deep to me that I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that, damn, that state had different laws and activity versus this state. damn, they had different things going on at this time, and I just didn't know. Just didn't know. And you know what's so deep about it, y'all, too? You learn more and more about these stories the more you read. Book over my shoulder, man. Phenomenal read. I didn't dive into it first, man. Always. Things to which my parent would have taught us. The book of the week, man, The Delectable Negro. A lot of times when we talk about points in history, we only mention the points that we know. It is always so important to break down the historical context. They were eating people. They ate Nat Turner. They ate a lot of the enslaved. A lot of people that came here during the first wave ate black people. Next, COINTELPRO program was meant to undermine. I think it's the reason why the church ain't stronger to this day. The church ain't as strong because it was de-incentivized from giving political activism. But wonder why so many black men don't trust it. That's why. There is a severe disconnect between brothers going to church and church-going people. There is right now. And as you hear these stories come out about COINTELPRO, about movements in Mississippi, that's why. When I meet the average brother now, right, and we have a conversation about why don't you go to church, I always hear the same thing. But when you hear things like this and you hear active stories about what was happening in all parts of our country, it makes sense. If you were being undermined and you saw a movement and now no political conversations happen, it's still that issue there. Remember, no matter what you do, that scab, if it's not healed, it's going to continue to grow right there. There's still going to be an irritation, right? And the scab is there. We're putting a Band-Aid over it. We put Vaseline around it. We act like it's healed, but it's not. We ain't pulled it off. We ain't examined it. We ain't say, look at the scar. We ain't say how we learn from the scar. We just act like everything is okay. We act like everything is smooth. And I do believe men vote with their feet because they are saying everything is not smooth. Everything is not okay. Everything that we face, everything that we see, everything that we do is still hindering us right now. It is. And the hindrance and the problem is coming from this. We saw disrespectful things happen in our lifetime. We saw the civil rights movement be dissipated. We saw people getting arrested, killed, murdered. Ain't nobody saying about it. We act like peace, flow, and harmony is just happening and everything is good. It's not, y'all. It's not. We see that the problems are still there, even though we don't discuss it. We see the issues are still prevalent, even though we don't discuss it. And just because we don't talk about the issues, just because we don't talk about the problems, don't mean they don't go away. And I do believe the next lesson I want everybody to work on, book knowledge, always get it up. Work that book muscle. And also, educate yourself. Unlearn, relearn, keep learning. Because none of the stories we were taught in school is the real true moment about the history in America. Next, remember when we had that conversation earlier about Latinos and the N-word? Next, we're going to have a conversation about a Houston native. I like the brother and what he stands for. Sauce Walka, I believe I want to root for any young brother, but I did learn he is not FBA, right? He's not. And when you have people that are not of the descent of Black Americans, they are allowed to have the other opinion. But what they got to understand is that just like you are allowed to have your other opinion, you have to be willing to respect others' opinion. And I will like to hear his perspective about Vlad and Adam 22 calling him out and why it was taken so personal. Take a listen.
Okay, so I see we still got the subject going about what I said about racial slurs and all that yesterday. For the record, I don't got nothing to do with what everybody else going on and what they did. I didn't even know nothing about this shit. My shit was strictly on the Say Cheese comment. But now we got Adam 22 making his remarks. He said what I said was stupid. So now we're going to use Adam 22 as an example and still bring it back to the food. If a white man come up to you and say, hey, brother, he ain't even got to say, hey, boy. If he say, hey, brother, would you like some watermelon? How you going to take that?
I'm going to keep it real, Sauce. Do I know him? Do I not know him? It's so many. I don't know why the watermelon thing is offensive, especially if you're from the South. I don't get that personally. We like watermelon. Watermelon is a part of our ancestral lineage. It's nutrient. It's amazing. We made a lot of money. It was profitable. We were demonized against selling watermelon because so many Black folks made money off of it. Just saying.
Are you gonna take that racially disrespectful, or you gonna say, sure, John, I would love a piece of watermelon? Huh? That's the same way I feel when he jumped his white ass on that interview with Vlad. Broke ass Vlad, eat my broke. I'd never come to your platform. You a bum. You beg for me to get your platform. I don't need you to be rich, blow up. I proved that to you. You should have never told me that. But anyway, M22 said, yeah, man, you know, I can offer Sauce Walka a pint of codeine and maybe he'll come up here and do an interview with me. No, you can't, you hook. I don't need to go through your chump ass to get no serve. Adam, I slap the shit out you in real life. That's why.
And shout out to the brother for having his daughter there, man. True daddy. Shout out to him, even though he's sounding crazy. I love to see fathers doing their thing. Shout out to the brother.
Yeah, my daughter just said, yeah. But anyway, man, I'm type that will go to Adam's platform and slap the shit out of him. Wife, don't play with me like that. That's how you use mother systematic strategical racism and hiding and underlining shit. So the same way that you feel if a mother to come at you and say,
I guess my question, Sauce, when I hear that, how can you tell the difference between Adam and not other Latinos with the same thing? To me, I feel you. You ain't wrong, brother, in what you said about Adam and Vlad. I get it. But to not look at the deeper numbers and not see the same thing with the other side, it makes me feel like it's a hidden bias there. It's just me.
It's a Caucasian person and just randomly offer you a watermelon just suspecting that that's what you like. You're black, right? You're black, right? You jump high, you run fast, don't you? Don't you guys eat watermelons with salt and sugar on them? Yeah. It's the same thing as a black man going up to and say,
I guess for me, Sauce, I don't hear black people using Hispanic lingo, young or old. Maybe I'm, again, I don't know many that use vato or any of that type of lingo in real time. I see more Latinos using our lingo. We don't do the same thing with them. Just keep it at 1,000. We will keep it at 1,000. Let's keep it at 1,000.
You want a taco? You taco? This bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna stop me from saying shit. I'm gonna say vato. I'm gonna say way, ese, ragrasa. But all of these things I say out of respect. I don't say none of these things out of disrespect.
And I believe you, bro. I don't believe you're a disrespectful cat. I don't get that energy from you. But I would say at the same time, Sauce, I don't know many black Americans that copy the Hispanic lingo, the dressing. We don't look like them, aspire to be them. They look like us and aspire to be like us. Hip-hop is black American culture. It's not Latino culture. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? I think you're getting that misconstrued. We're not influenced by them. They are influenced by us, therefore redefining and recreating something that we made. That's the difference. I can't ride your wave and say that it's different. No, bro, you ride the wave and act like what are you talking about? Just saying, bro. I mean, that's what I don't understand.
You know what I'm saying? Nor would I allow any Hispanic person or nobody to tell me what the can't say if I'm saying it out of love. So what I'm saying, if people saying this shit and using our culture out of love, allow them to be a part of our culture out of love. Because a lot of y'all got suck and run to money. Like Adam 22, who pirates. He completely pirates black culture.
So do a lot of the Hispanics, though, man. Not all, but a lot of the ones do the same thing, brother. I mean, you have a valid point, Sauce. I'm not disagreeing with you, bro. I'm not. But if we're going to keep it 100, we're going to keep it 1,000. Let's keep it 1,000, not 75. You got to keep it 1,000 on everything. And 1,000 on everything is saying, yeah, you're doing the same thing. It's the same thing. I feel you, but it's the same thing.
And I'm gonna be all the way real. He changed a couple black people's life. I salute you for that. You gave a couple black people position or platform, but ain't none of them rich. The only get rich is to leave you.
And like I said, y'all being in Houston, I know a lot of people that deal with Sauce. I think the brothers does a good job. What's good, Mike? I see you, family. My boy getting it in. I know a lot of people that do good with Sauce. I've heard a lot of good things about the brother, man. Being in the H, I ain't got nothing negative to say about him. But one thing I know is that some people do keep it 75. And he kept it 75 about a lot of things. He kept it 75 about what he see happen. He kept it 75 about, in actuality, who's saying what. Like, bruh, just like you say they copying and mimicking, they doing the same thing, dog. Why are we acting like it's a difference? Why are we acting like just because they doing it from a place of this, that it's not the same as that Adam 22? I don't get that connection. The connection I get is that you're doing the same thing Adam is doing it, but you have the mirage that we together and it's a coalition, but I'm going to still bite your swag. Then I'm going to say something that I told you that many black FBAs don't agree with that I'm going to keep saying anyway. But you know what? I'm still with you, dog. Nah, you're not. Because if your mama say don't say something, I'm going to listen to your mama. Because I respect you, dog. I can't say I'm not going to listen to your mama and disrespect you and other people say they don't like it, but still say I got unity and harmony for you. That's not how that works, bro. If I respect you, I can't respect you on my terms. I got to respect you on your terms. I got to respect you in the way you like it. If you my dog, if you my mans, if I believe in you, we support each other. We in a foxhole together. That's what that means. So if I got this correlation, this understanding, this love, this unity, but people that I got the love and unity from are saying they don't agree and they don't believe in what I'm saying. But I'm saying to you, now I'm going to go about it the way I want to. Oh, you like it when it's one way. As I said on TikTok this week, follow me on TikTok if you ain't. Disrespect is cool when it's one way. If I can disrespect you and you can't disrespect me, it's cool. People don't care about how you feel until you make them feel how they made you feel. So if I disrespect you, it's fine. But the moment that same energy comes back to you, it's a problem. That's what the whole Mexican OT conversation is about, y'all. He is cool with doing a slur towards us. But if we do a slur towards him, would he be as effective? That's all I'm saying. You feel me? All I speak is 100, man. That's it. You can disrespect me, but if I disrespect you, is it a problem? That's all I'm saying, y'all. Next up. It's getting bad out here in these streets, family. I just got this message. Cardi is dropping an album September 19th. Hold on. She's dropping an album September 19th. Am I the Drama? On her own website. You can pre-order now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I heard that previous record. I know people ain't gonna like this. We can tell Offset ain't right no more. I know I ain't supposed to say it. I know I ain't supposed to say it out loud. But if you listen to music, if you hear the songs, you can tell Offset was writing for her. Getting mad at me. It was disrespectful. I can tell the difference between when the verses hit the way some of her verses been hitting these past 2 years and when she's writing for herself. Same thing with Drake. I can tell when Drake had an artist with him that was really writing, was Quentin Miller, The Weeknd, when his songs was hitting versus his songs now. You can tell the difference, y'all. And I got to give a shout out to my boy Nick for putting me on it. When you musically listen to the albums and you look at the writers of the albums, you can see the influences. Same thing with one of my favorites. I hate to say it, Lil Baby. You could tell that Gunna was definitely pitching in and getting his sound to sound more sonically. That's why now none of the songs hit like they used to 5 years ago. And there's no disrespect off him, but his buddy who he was bouncing off of ain't there no more. Hopefully we see it because we see Thug getting back to it and their relationship is growing, but we could definitely see that it's not the same. And I don't know why that's disrespectful. I'm just giving an honest observation. So this album has been a minute. She's motivated. But if it sounds like that single that she had that I would play, but copyright strikes, I don't think it's gonna hit the same. Album gonna drop in September. We're here about it. She's motivated. She's going through a divorce, separation, all of the above. We understand it. And I want her to win. This ain't no anti-post. But I want people to know, like, you can lose your time and your moment. She ain't dropped a record in 9, 10 years? That's a long time to try to get back out here and recreate something. It is. And I don't know if the motion there, maybe her fan base can still be glowing. We'll see, right? That's all we can say. But we see Offset putting in the work and dropping these songs, trying to make things shake. I do see that actively way more often. And for our last and final night, man, coming from an unspoken guest, man, who would have thought that I would have said that Aaron the plumber would be giving out your knowledge? And this is going towards my young boys, man, because I'm going to get my last subject on this one. I'm going to cook up. Take a listen. Aaron the plumber.
As soon as I see it,
sorry, man. Aaron the plumber on Who Cooking with Kaya. What's going on?
Lessons we learned from Cooking with Kaya. 1, all these females going. All of them. Don't think she's special in a real way. 2, if she chooses to go to a party, versus being with her significant other. She is not for you, Bradesky, in a real way. 3, if she goes to party and let men grab on her cheekeries, Bradesky, oh, whiskey, them cheekeries been getting clapjacked since the beginning, since the genesis of your relationship, oh, whiskey. 4, do not live with a woman in a real way. Do not live with a woman. Get your own stuff. If you're not in position to be in your own home, do not be dating. 5, these females, they be lying, Bradesky. They got a man at home and they still trying to get it on, Bradesky. Yeah, I'm saying these women will continue to look for better than you in a real way. 6, don't date no content creators. Yeah, I'm saying in a real way, because if she levels up.
Why would I take a job at
Oh, man. I know Aaron the plumber is not the best guy, but as a young dude, going out with my young boys this weekend, man. I don't get to go out heavy. You know, I do have a much more bigger work schedule, trying to get my everything I got going on in life, man. But when you go out, it's always a reminder. I think everybody got to do it, every guy, right? But it's a reminder session on how quick the world has changed. Number 1, all my young boys, stop trying to go to the club and meet women. It's a waste of time. H-E-B, Target, Kroger's, that's where you hunt at. Going to any club, getting a number, if she don't give you a number and give you an Instagram, don't take it. Don't do it. Give me your gram. I didn't even know that was as common, but I honestly think it's bad. Number 2, if she feeling you, if it's a mutual interest, it's easier. It is nothing worse when you see one of your boys keep trying to holler at a shorty and she begrudgingly gives you attention, bro. Watch the choosing signals. Watch the choosing signals. If the eye contact is there, if it's openness, if we're talking for more than a conversation a minute, you got some motion. There is nothing worse when you trying to force something, you yelling in the ear, you grabbing on the, just the whole motion of it is dead. It is, for real. It's like, and I know I feel bad saying it because I'm in a bigger city, but like, I really do feel bad for bros that have to hunt like that all the time. I know it has to be annoying. It's just seeing it is like, do this. That's a lot of layers to it. It is, and the layers don't look like it be fun all the time. Like I always say, man, like you, choose who chooses you, go after who goes after you, laugh who laughs with you. Don't apply pressure to nothing. They ain't applying pressure to you. And what Aaron the plumber said is in real talk. Stop wasting your time going after things when you know life will change. If you see that's attractive woman and she has other men around her orbiting, why are you trying to pursue a relationship? I don't think there's nothing wrong with the young ladies doing that. But for the fellas doing that and they're not showing that they're actively wanting to settle down, I think it's crazy on you to get your feelings mixed into it. And finally, if I got to call you multiple times, don't do it no more. Don't do it. I got to spend a lot of money. I got to call you a lot of times to see you. Take care, bro. Remember, don't feel real high. You can have as many options as you can. Care about you. They really want to be with you. That's different. You can have as much attention as you want. Which a lot of women get, especially if you're attractive. I get that. But to have somebody that want to be with you, that's different. Have somebody that really values you, that's different. And once you learn that as a man, once you do the best part of you as you are as a man, you'll move different. So as we close this live, to conclude, remember, you are the prize. You are the goal. You are that man, but you got to build yourself into it. Confidence is something that's worked on like a muscle, right? Continue to build your confidence. Continue to work on yourself, your look, and continue to know you will not be loved until you physically can provide something. Leadership, structure, organization, attention, guidance, provide that. Once you get in the goals of providing that, everything else gonna come, baby. Stop forcing other things. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna work. And most importantly, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. On today's subject of Live Monday, man. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to turn the music up that loud. We talked about racial dynamics. We talked about World War III and how it went away. We talked about Pusha T, cultural straightening, and making sure we address the situation. It is I, your host, King Crowder, edition of Live on Monday. Man, I know I had to switch it up this week. I know everybody ain't here getting my signals like they normally would, but I want to let you know that, man, I'm so proud that y'all can tune in with me. I'm so proud that y'all decided to check it in with me on this another edition. If you want to play back, give me a comment. If you're watching the short, tell me how you feel. Most importantly, thank you. Thank you. Continue to support your boys. I continue to support each other. Make sure you enjoy your family, your time, your loved ones, and each other. It's your boy, King Crowder, checking out with another edition of Live on Sunday. I'll be back on next Sunday. I'm sorry, Live on Monday. Listen to me, you're messing up. See you next Sunday, y'all. Chop it up with you. Thank you for following with me. Peace. Mm.